Hello everybody, this is Tucker Miller here again, and like I said, for my next movie review, I'm going to be reviewing on Flushed Away. Came out in 2006. So, the plot of this movie is we got this rat named Waddy. He lives in this family that is very rich and all. The family went for a trip, so Waddy is all by himself now in his house all alone. So Waddy decided to have a blast by hanging out with the dolls and hanging out with the dolls and everything, and and then that night Waddy heard a noise, and he realized that it turns out that another rat broke in, and which this rat is named is Sid. So Waddy got really annoyed with Sid, and he wants to get rid of him. So by flushing him down the toilet, but Sid realized that what Waddy is up to. So Sid flushed Waddy down the toilet instead, and So Waddy ended up in the sewers, and he has to find his way back, and then he met this other rat named Rita, who is this character. So Rita decides to help Waddy to get back home, and So it's up to Waddy to find his way home and out of the sewers, and that's basically what the plot is. Now, what do I have to say about Flushed Away? I really enjoyed this film. This is another really fun DreamWorks film that I used to watch a lot as a kid. I think the first time I watched this was either around 2007 or 2008. Because I think my parents rented it at a video store, if I remember correctly. But then later, around 2011, that the film has started to grow on us. I guess we were at Target and we found a DVD copy of this movie, so we decided to... Yeah, we were at Target and we found a DVD copy of it, so we decided to watch it once we get home, and then that film, ever since 2011, that film had grown on us. I used to watch this film constantly back then with my mom and my brother. I really enjoyed Flushed Away a lot. Same with my brother and mom. We used to watch this film like constantly, like all the time. And we watched this just like, same case goes with Over the Hedge, which I already reviewed on Over the Hedge on Friday. So, I already reviewed on Over the Hedge on Friday. So, now here I am reviewing on Flushed Away. So, I used to watch this film constantly as a kid. So, I didn't remember much of the first time I watched it, when my parents rented it from the video store, either around 2007 or 2008. But I started watching this film way more and more back in 2011. I would watch it a lot. And I still love this film to this day. It's just hilarious. So, Now, let's talk about the characters. Waddy, which is our main character. Waddy is a great character. He's hilarious. And Rita, who is this character, she's a great character. Sid is Sid. He's a decent character. He wasn't in the film that much. All he does in the film is just sit on the couch and watch the World Cup and eat so much junk food. And yeah. Yeah. And he's also kind of a boy. So yeah. And then, and the villain, I forgot the villain's name, but he is the Frog. I forgot what the Frog's name is, but he's a great villain. Win. And yeah. And his henchman, and Caitlyn and Strike, which is those two characters right here, they're hilarious characters. I absolutely loved Caitlyn and Strike. They're absolutely hilarious. And the Smells, those characters, they're hilarious. Bunch of hilarious characters. So yeah, those are the characters I can think of on top of my head. So yeah. Now, should we talk about some scenes? I think we should. Some scenes in this film? Oh boy, there's a whole lot of great scenes. Oh, the scene where Waddy got flushed down the toilet and there was this fish, and the fish asked, "Have you seen my dad?" That kind of reference Finding Nemo. That's right, that kind of reference Finding Nemo, which is from Pixar, which I already reviewed on Finding Nemo. Now here I am reviewing on Flushed Away, like I said. And yeah, that was a hilarious scene. And the beginning scene where Waddy was having fun with the dolls and everything. And the song, I'm Dancing to Myself. Yeah, that was a great scene. My mom absolutely loved that scene. Yeah, that was a very catchy song. I'm Dancing with Myself. And yeah, hilarious scene. That was a great scene. And was another scene I could talk about. Oh, the scene. Oh, where Waddy saw the Smells and they scream at each other. Oh boy, that is hilarious. The scene where Waddy screams at the Smells and they scream at him back. That was hilarious. And also the scene, a lot of the scenes with Caitlyn and Spike or Strike. Oh god, that's hilarious. Like, for example, the scene where the villains were trying to freeze Watty and Weta into ice cubes in the refrigerator, but they fell to. Then they asked, then Spike, yeah, I believe that's his main Spike. Spike's asked Caitlyn, what are you wearing? I'm wearing mittens, or is it gloves? You can't wear mittens, that is embarrassing. Oh god, that is hilarious. And another scene I could talk about with Caitlyn and Spike, to the Batmobile. Da 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 da. Oh god, that is so hilarious. That Batman reference. Oh god. God. That is hilarious. Very hilarious. What's another scene I can talk about? Oh, there's a lot of great scenes in this film. Oh yeah, the ending scene with when the snails were seen rolling on the river. That was a great scene and a great ending. And which we all know, Rolling on the River is sung by Tina Turner. Well, not in the film. The actual song, Rolling on the River, is actually sung by the late Tina Turner, which, rest in peace, Tina Turner, which we all know she sadly passed away in last year, 2023. And yeah. Yeah, Rolling on the River is a great song. And yeah. Yeah, is there any other scenes I could talk about? That's all the scenes I can think of on top of my head. So yeah, I enjoyed Flushed Away a lot. Used to watch it constantly as a kid. With my brother and my mom. My brother, my mom, my brother, and I used to watch this movie constantly. I used to watch this film constantly when I was a kid. So yeah, I really enjoyed this film a lot. So many times. And yeah. Like non-stop. So yeah, and we watching this film this evening, I think it's still aged pretty well. So yeah, and this is one of the films that DreamWorks worked with Orson with, which we all know. DreamWorks and Orson worked together on films such as Chicken Run and Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit, which I reviewed on Chicken Run not too long ago, and I reviewed on Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit very recently, last week. So yeah, there's a lot I can say. There's everything about this movie is great. So hilarious, very funny movie. And the back of the DVD says the best animated film of the year. Is it the best animated film of 2006? Well, is one of them, but I think the best animated film of 2006 will either have to go to Happy Feet or Cars, the first one. The original Cars movie from Pixar. So yeah, I don't know which is the best animated film of 2006. Either Happy Feet or Cars. Don't know. But yeah, I really enjoyed. But this movie and Over the Hedge, I enjoyed them. I enjoyed both Over the Hedge and Flushed Away, which we all know. Over the Hedge also came out in 2006 too. So yeah. Over the Hedge came out in May of 2006, and Flushed Away I believe came out 6 months after Over the Hedge. I believe Over the Hedge came out around November of 2006. So yeah, really enjoying this film. So yeah, like I said, I reviewed on Over the Hedge on Friday, and here I am reviewing on Flushed Away. Really good movie. Great film. So, yeah. Yeah, the story is great. The animation is good. Has very likable characters and all that. So, yeah. Really enjoying Flushed Away a lot. One of my childhood movies. When I first watched it, when I was like 7 years old. Back in 2011. And yeah. I think it still holds up to this day. And even after we watching it this evening. So, yeah. So, that's all I can say about Flushed Away. So, I'm gonna give Flushed Away a 10 out of 10. Cannot think of any flaw with this film. So, yeah. So, anyways, that is it for my movie review on Flushed Away. And stay tuned for my next movie review, which will be on Shrek the Third. But until then, see you in the next video. Bye.